Maybe somebody you worked with.
Okay, no. I'll tell you something. My friend and I wrote this song called Lovers Forever,
Mm-hmm.
and we wrote it for Interview with the Vampire.
Okay.
So it's that old.
Wow.
And it got turned down. And so I just had it. I just like kept it in the back of my mind. And then I thought, I'm going to do it for this album. And everyone said, it's horrible. We don't like it, blah, 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 blah. So Mark and I, the guy that did Believe,
Mm-hmm.
he produced Believe, we went in, and now everybody's going, that is so cool. That's so hip, So
That's
they were
interesting.
wrong. So it's a 20, I don't know, how long ago was Interview with the Vampire?
That was Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it was a long,
Gosh.
I mean, it's back in the day.
Yeah.
And there weren't other vampire movies or TV shows or
Vampires
anything
are
like
hip
that.
now.
Yeah, that's a tidbit.
Now, this one says, they're so happy that you're back. You're one of their favorite singers. But who are some of your favorite singers?
Well, Pink, Adele, the new Daft Punk. I like that.
Okay.
And I was talking about it today. I really like Amy Winehouse.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Now, this is interesting. How does this album compare to Living Proof?
I don't really know because I haven't heard Living Proof in a really long time. And I think Living Proof was a good album, but I think this album is a little bit more like Believe.
Okay.
It's very eclectic, and there's more dance on it than anything else, but there's rock and there's ballads and there's kind of songs that you wouldn't think I would sing,
Mm-hmm.
and I like it because it's kind of me through the decades, just choosing the genre
like
that I
that.
like, and getting all the cool songs, getting songs that are songs that I think really represent it. But I didn't start out to do that. I just usually pick one song at a time, and then you don't really know if when it comes out it's going to be cohesive.
Right.
But I'm not so sure that's important.
Hmm. No, I think what's important is how you feel at the end of the
Right.
process.
And I think a good song is more important than having it be linear.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. This is a question that I had also thought of too. Have you ever thought of coming to Broadway?
Yes. And I was on Broadway. That's the first thing I ever did. Was come back to the Five and Dine, Jimmy Dean, Jimmy Dean.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
a play. It was a Robert Altman play, and from that play, I got Silkwood. One Wednesday
Right,
matinee.
I remember.
Mike Nichols came, and they were just about to write the part out, the part that I ended up playing because they couldn't find the right mix, and I was doing Jimmy Dean, and so yeah, and I really enjoyed it. Also, it was one thing that was great for me is that a play lets you play this way.
Yeah.
So the audience just gets to see you, and you don't have to really worry about being alone by yourself, just looking out. You're with a whole bunch of people, and you're totally wrapped up in it. And it's very, not easy, but it's so comforting when you don't have to say, how am I doing, folks?
Now, what you did in Vegas, was that kind of a combination of maybe a little bit of the Broadway aspect and the concert aspect of things?
No, I just did a concert. The thing that was really hard for me in the beginning, because the ticket prices were so expensive for that theater,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of my fans really couldn't afford it.
Okay.
And that was hard. And the people were older. And that was difficult because in concert there's so much energy, and
Yeah.
it's like it's back and forth and boas, and and everyone's having a great time, and in Las Vegas it took me a really long time to go. They're enjoying it. You don't get to decide how they're supposed to enjoy it.
That's true.
They get to decide. So it was hard for me, and then I kind of got used to it. I used to think, you know what, this is probably the last concert some of these people are ever going to see.
That's real.
Yeah.
But an interesting thought
Right.
nonetheless. Oh, here's a question or comment from Mitchell Wood Sarkazian. Maybe how do you?
Is that a Sarkeesian?
That's what it is.
Okay.
Relative, perhaps.
Could be.
Do you have any good memories from being in Canada and rehearsing the farewell tour?
In
there?
Toronto, yeah. Well, I mean, look, I've been in Canada. Actually, I'm just going to Canada to see my friend, but it was great. You know, Oh, we had the greatest space to rehearse. It was fabulous. I remember the first time I saw the set because Dory and I designed it, and I walked in and I walked around the kind of there was a black duvetine, and I came around and the set was there and it was all lit and it was so beautiful, and I thought I cannot wait to do this,
Awesome.
and it was great. I mean, the farewell tour, we finally called it the Never Gonna Say Goodbye tour because we just didn't stop.
Oh, wow. So I guess they're wanting to see you back there again soon. And you said you are going to Canada.
Yeah.
Now you're doing a show on Sunday. Are you excited, nervous about Sunday? And how many songs are you going to be singing?
I think I'm going to be singing the same. I mean, everyone I think does 3 songs,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm nervous. It was like The Voice. I
Is
was
that
just
going to be out on the pier?
yep.
I saw them putting that up today. It's going to be fabulous.
No, it's gonna be great. But I just I'm like I get right before I get so nervous thinking, oh my God, am I gonna do it well? Are they gonna be disappointed? Blah 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 blah. And then I just thought, oh, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Is it true people used to throw rings on stage for you in the 60s?
Yep.
Like
Because
wedding rings?
no, just
Okay.
I'll, like because I wore a ring on every single finger of
I
my
love the
hand.
rings you're wearing today.
Thank you. But so I always have worn. But in those days, I just had a ring everywhere, thumbs, fingers, everything.
And the favorite song that you've done that's not a hit? You may have already mentioned that.
I did. Strong Enough was not a hit. I mean, Song for the Lonely was not a hit, but I loved it. And it's also an impossible song to sing, but I still loved it.
And many of these are just comments. Who's your favorite designer for clothing? Do you have one?
Well, I've worked with Bob for so long, and he does costumes, but I like I I don't like
I like you
wearing
two
one.
together.
Yeah, I don't like wearing one person.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like mixing it up. And when I'm not working, I'm just such a bum. I'm just in sweatpants and Uggs and old T-shirts, and I'm lazy and I like to be comfortable.
And Red says she agrees. You look flawless, and she loves your rings as well.
Thank you.
What about the tour Queen? I'm not exactly sure. This is a comment from I Love You.
I don't know.
I guess, did you enjoy it or?
I wouldn't have kept going.
Okay.
I wouldn't have kept going because we were we were like 350 shows. We were supposed to do 59.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just kept little by little. Like we had and we had tour books too, and on the cover of every tour book is it goes like for the next leg, and there's a picture of me. Well, by the time it was like a stack, looked like telephone books. There were so many of them because we just kept adding dates, and then we filmed it, and I thought, well, nobody's going to want to see it now. They've seen it, and then after that, more people wanted to see it. I guess they just wanted to be there for the experience.
Well, it's nothing like actually having the DVDs of things like that, or video, or for me, even just going and watching it on YouTube. I love watching old videos and shows. So we do want to see that stuff over and over again. Would you work on smaller or more experiential theater or films? That's from
Yeah, you
Janoka.
mean like independent? Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Because some of the best ideas and some of the most creative ideas and the newest things, like Chaz is doing a play. It's called 30-Minute Musical, and these people are so talented. And when I went to see them, I just couldn't believe it. And I said, I don't know that there are young, talented people out there. I was so surprised to not know about you because it's such a great group that you just don't realize that what's going on in your community. You just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so surprised that you guys could be so talented and I don't know about you.
Now, this is interesting because now someone says they want to see on DVD and Blu-ray Love Hurts Tour and your performances from Caesar Palace. So,
The old performances we didn't tape this one, which I don't know why, but because it was a pretty good show, and I don't know about Love Hurts.
now, in terms of the new album, are you planning on doing videos? Craig wants to know how many videos do you plan on doing with your new album?
I hope 3.
Okay, that would be nice. And when are you going to have the video for Woman's World available?
I don't know when it comes out. I think it must be soon, but I really don't know.
That question was from Carlos. They're still coming in. We've already found out that you had a favorite song of all time, so that's another repeat. And a lot of these are people that just say, "I love you, I love you, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, I love you." That's often
That doesn't
nice to
hurt
hear.
that, yeah. Okay, thank you.
And what else can you tell us about your latest project and what you're doing, or even the show on Sunday? That sounds exciting.
Well, that's great. I'm also writing a thing for Logo right now,
Oh, okay.
and I'm very excited about that. My friend and I are writing this